Doug Kite here at Gillette Stadium with Zach Cox, and we're getting prepared for the Patriots' fourth and final preseason game of the summer. And surprisingly, there's a lot of roster battles that are still kind of up for grabs here as we go into the final game. Who's one player on offense that you're really kind of looking at this week that needs to have a big game to solidify a spot on this roster?
Well, it's one of the guys that we've been talking about really since the beginning of training camp. That's Tyler Gaffney. He's a guy that I didn't think really had a shot at landing one of these roster spots. Then Dion Lewis goes down. He's going to be out for at least half of the season. That really opens up a spot in that running back core. Ideally, if this team did have full running back strength, I think he's a guy they would rather have maybe on the practice squad, just maybe would be a kind of right on the edge of the roster. But I mean, with the injuries they have, he has a chance to make the team if he has a good game this weekend. Yeah,
a guy that I'll be watching is another running back, DJ Foster, and he's another guy that has a chance to solidify a spot on the roster, or at least compete for a spot on the roster this weekend. And he's definitely a different type of back than Gaffney. Gaffney is a bit more of a hard runner, a little bit more versatile because he can also catch passes out of the backfield. Foster is that kind of scat back, one cut and go, catch passing or pass catching back. So we'll just kind of see what they prefer, but I think those two guys are really kind of looking to get that fourth and final roster spot as long as the Patriots don't trade for a running back. On defense, who are you looking at?
On defense, I mean, it's all about the cornerbacks right now. It's really a group of three guys right there. It's Jonathan Jones, it's Cre'Von LeBlanc, and Dal Roberts. I'm looking at Jonathan Jones coming out of training camp, entering the preseason. He was the guy that stood out to me, at least most in that group. He just hasn't really flashed much in these first couple games, and at a position like that, that's a position that's easy to stand out at, which I think Cre'Von LeBlanc has.
Yeah, LeBlanc's been great. He's probably been the best of that group out of Jonathan Jones, Darrell Roberts, and LeBlanc. So he just kind of has to keep it going during this game. I think that the advantage that Jones has is that he's probably the best player on special teams out of that group. LeBlanc's been the best in coverage. Yeah, running back and cornerback, those are definitely the two groups that we'll be watching. A lot of exciting young players in there, and just kind of have to see how it goes when the Patriots have to cut down to 53 players on September 3rd.